Hey buddies, welcome to AmassGames. My name's Simon. This is Ancient Knowledge by Yellow. This is at the Castle Con. This is a game whereby you have various cards. You're going to start off with some initially. There's a starting hand, I believe, of 5. You're placing out cards. What you're going to do is ultimately place out equal to, let's draw a card at random, equal to the position. Now in this case, this card is really good actually. You can go out into these slots here and give you a certain ability. If you have at least 3 on the board, draw a card. So you see I've already got another one. Let's draw another card and say I want to play that one. Well, in that instance, it's another really good card, so now I get a benefit. The next one is also that, so maybe this hasn't been shuffled. The same for this one. Let's just grab a card that hasn't been there, such as this. This will go in the 2 slot. Why? Because it's 2, which goes here. I then have 2 actions as well. In this instance, you can create one of these items. So that's going to go down here. I have 2 actions. So you can draw cards. So various things you can do. So you can draw an item to draw another card, such as these. You have some more cards in your hand. Sometimes you add these discs on them. They're worth minus points at the end, so there are ways to get rid of them, such as this. And these earth points at the end, and obviously immediate abilities. Sometimes you draw 4 cards. And again, you can see there's a cost, i.e. discard 2 cards. So that's how that works. So also sometimes you want to get tech items, such as over here. So this one can over give you here, which basically means you have 10 money in your past, then of course you get some points. So over here I've got some immediate ability cards, draw some more cards, save me doing that in the future. Discard one if they're next to other things, etc. So over here I've got some minus points, I've completed some tech. It's the first to actually get 14 over here, actually triggers into the game, and these are the minus points. So any cards that you play out, such as here, obviously it tells you how many you place out. Once they've reached the end, they go over here, and that is where you get your minus points. When you draw a card, you can tap one of these cards, and it taps the rest of the game, which I've done over here, in that instance at the time, which means I draw 1 card plus an additional card. If ever you do not want to put a card in the position it states, you can discard an extra card to move across one. And that's it, you toss up your total score, and then we've got our scoring over here. I'll come on to my review in a second. So you can see the total points, obviously where things have come in, total points for other areas, amount of negative points, wherever it might be as well, and ultimately where your tech cards come. The cards are very thin, it's very little player interaction. I'm showing you the inserts of the box to show you that you can actually sleeve the cards, there is space, but these are very bendy, 200 GSM-ish kinds of cards. I like the idea how cards move along. I like the fact that I had this card here, which means basically when you play a 5 or a 6, I'm trying to get 5 or 6 cards, you play them out. All the cards are unique, which is really good too. The downside is you're obviously waiting to get certain cards, and that's the other thing people are finding out at this game. I might have a yellow playlist, so it's going to go in there, and the AmassGames playlist, I had a setup, play and review playlist. Of course, slow the video down if it's going too fast. Nice to look at, but it does take up a huge amount of space as a 4, as you can see, and it is accurate 30 minutes per player. Aside from that, obviously comment in YouTube is best. Head through to Facebook to comment there, enjoy the discussion. Also via Instagram to follow along over 3,000 posts and followers. And lastly, Patreon to join and obviously support. For now, back to the table.